Dakota Access Pipeline, whatever the fuck this means. You definitely have my piqued my interest here. Hi, Bill. I've been listening to your podcast for 1.5 years. You're a very funny comedian. I was hoping to get your thoughts on the Dakota Access Pipeline. Now, for some reason, I feel like this is some sort of jokey thing, and they just wanted to hear me say it out loud. But I'll look it up. Dakota Access Pipeline. Let's see what the fuck this is. Dakota Access Pipeline protests in North Dakota turned violent. All right. When do protests not turn violent? It's always this protesters, and then the cops show up, and like, everybody take it easy, and then somebody goes, you fucking take it easy, man, and then somebody throws a punch, and then it's a brawl. All right, protests against the Dakota Access Pipeline in North Dakota turned violent on Saturday. Demonstrators supporting the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe faced off with private security officers from the Dallas-based Energy Transfer Partners. Wait, it's on Native American land, and the big corporation has their own security officers? Is Julia Roberts already optioned this for an Oscar-winning role? She goes in and somehow figures out how to defeat the Dallas-based Energy Transfer Partners. Video from the scene showed security officers threatening protesters with dogs. As All Things Considered reported, hundreds of Native Americans from tribes across the country have set up a camp near the construction site in North Dakota. The Army Corps of Engineers approved the oil pipeline in July, allowing it to run under the Missouri River, close to the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe Reservation. And you know what's going to happen. Eventually, that pipeline's going to burst, as they always do. Protesters worry that the $3.8 billion pipeline, which is slated to run through 4 states, could disturb sacred sites and affect the reservation's drinking water. Abso-fucking-lutely. If human beings are involved, there's always the chance that can happen. The show Democracy Now! Was at the site of the protest Saturday and documented some tense moments. Dogs appeared to bite protesters, and security guards appeared to use pepper spray. Warning, the video below includes some fleeting explicatives. I think I can handle this. Let's.
Criminals! You guys are criminals!
Okay.
Go get your money somewhere else! We're standing at the construction site of the Dakota Access Pipeline. It looks like there are at least...
Yeah, these people are not going to win. It's a bunch of people saying no, wearing like hipster hats, while people drive bulldozers. It's already happening. Oh, yeah. It looks disorganized. There's a bunch of different signs.
My name is Jacob Johns.
And where are you from?
I'm from Spokane, Washington. I'm hoping I don't come out.
And can you describe what you see?
This is so nuts. Like, to come down and yell at people on bulldozers, like, I guess because you want to get the attention of the media, but they're on bulldozers on the other side of a wire. So, like, what are you going to do? Once protesters arrived at the construction area, they broke down a wire fence by stepping and jumping on it. Then, of course, immediately they're trespassing. According to numerous witnesses, within 5 minutes, the crowd of protesters, estimated to be a few hundred people, became violent. They stampeded into the construction area with horses, dogs, and vehicles. Okay, and it was said more... The sheriff said it was more like a riot than a protest, but the cops always say that. You know, and then the protesters always say the cops throw the first punch. You never know who to believe. This is like, let's watch this. This is like protester WWE, all right? This guy's got a cell phone. He looks to be Native American, or maybe he's appropriating their culture, you know, having his hair long. I don't know what's going on. There's a fucking helicopter. Let's get to the dogs. Water is life. Somebody held that, and it was written, there was a feather in the background. All right, now here's a woman. Uh-oh, this isn't going to end well.
People have gone through the fence.
They're going through the fence.
The bulldozers are still going. And
Oh, shit. Oh, somebody got... Nice tackle! Nice tackle! Oh, now they got some dogs.
Dirt mounds. Some of the security
I think they're going Tiananmen Square here. They're just trying to get in front of them. Yeah, this sounds crazy. This sounds like the usual big business thing that I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. I do feel like eventually they're going to do enough of that fracking and then they'll fuck up all the water, all the drinking water. And I don't think corporations care. I just think that'll be, well, then that's great. Then there'll be no fresh water for anybody to use. So they'll have to all go to Nestle for their fresh water, you know? And then we'll say that it's distilled, but it really isn't. It sort of is. And when they get sick, the class action suit versus the money we're going to make, yeah, we're not going to give a fuck. We'll pay them off. That'll be it. And, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have any faith in anything, to be honest with you. I think we're just going to completely destroy the planet and each other. But in the meantime, if I can make you laugh a little bit. You remember at the end of George Carlin's life when people were saying he got too fucking angry? I didn't think that. I was just like, yeah, this guy's making a lot of sense to me. It was still funny to me. Still made sense. I thought, I don't know. However, he read the tea leaves. It made sense to me. I don't know, just about the whole way we go about fucking communicating with each other. We just end up screaming and yelling, and then we get physical, and somebody hits somebody, and then all hell breaks loose. That's what happens. It happens, you know. I do it. I started discussing this election with some people the other day, and within 3 minutes of me talking, 3/4 of the people walked out of the room. I mean, that's how insufferable I am. Is that the right word? Women's suffrage, whatever the fuck it is. What do I think about it? I was hoping to get your thoughts on the Dakota Access pipeline. I don't know, dude. There's just too many fucking people because everyone, you know, I love a Tesla, I love a Prius and all that shit, but if you get all these cars, then all of a sudden everybody has to plug in their car. Then that's more energy. I know when you make electricity that, you know, you need machines and the machines need the oil. So we consume is what we do. And there's too many of us. That's the fucking problem. All these technological advancements that we make are tremendous. It's just the amount of people that have to live off of them. That's where it's like getting fat. You know what I mean? All fat is you're taking in more calories than you're burning. And that's kind of like what we're doing, except we're taking more than we're giving back, and eventually it's got to run out. So I think there's going to be a drastic decision at some point. It's going to have to be made about the population. You know, it's just inevitable. When there's fucking 6 million people left, why did I pick that number? I shouldn't have said that number. Let me take a more empathetic number, because that's what I was thinking of. I was literally thinking Hitler. I mean, someone's going to end up doing that. If we could somehow all sit down and talk this out, and this, but what you would literally have to do. You'd literally have to try to get everybody in the world on the same page and to see it the same way. You know? You know, if you're at fucking, you order a UFC event, you get 10 people in the room. I mean, how many can people agree on the one place to order from? If you put it up to a vote, you know, you're going to get the whole world to get on page. Somebody's just going to have to do the old right there, Fred. I don't know, dude. They should do it first voluntarily. Like they should be, all right, this is the deal. We're going to have to take out, we got to get this number down below 1 billion, and there's 7.5 billion of us. So we're going to get to this number no matter what. It's like when a fucking flight is oversold and they try to get some volunteers. You know, I wonder if the tree huggers, you know, I'm a lazy tree hugger. I love nature, but you know, I'm not going to go make a sign or chain myself to a sapling. You know, so. You know, I talk a good game, but I don't do any of the shit, right? So what I'm wondering is if they're going, look, we're going to get the population down below to 1 billion, one way or the other. We're asking for some volunteers. If you're willing to walk into the wood chipper or whatever the fuck you have to do, you know, we'll give a voucher. to the surviving members of your family or whatever. I mean, but even then, they have to, if you're gonna cut it by that much, because I literally think that's what we're gonna run into, and then there's gonna be this big like I think at that Bilderberg shit, like this is what they have to talk about, going, okay, we have to keep the best of the best of each race, each gender. You hope that they're going to do that, right? And yeah, and then everybody else has to go, and then they got to be, well, wait, we don't want to mow our own lawns, right? We got to keep some meatheads around to pick shit up. We don't want to have to, like, if we kill too many people, then all of a sudden we have to build our own log cabins. We don't want that. So it's going to be really like, you know, they're almost going to have their own fucking city that we don't know about, right? And everybody goes, like, almost like Superman's hideout, and everybody goes up there, right? And it's enough people to keep humanity going. But at this point, you'd need enough people to, you ever see that fucking thing? Like, what would happen if all the people went away? And after, like, I don't know how many days, like, the nuclear reactors, they all had, like, the meltdowns, you know? Because whatever was going on wasn't keeping those fucking things that Homer Simpson always takes home with them. They don't keep it cool. Jesus, I'm way in over my head now, huh? I don't know how many fucking people you'd have to keep alive, but I just don't see it. So as far as the Dakota Access Pipeline, that's just one of those things where I watch it and I feel bad for the people that live there, and I don't know enough about the other end of it. I know they're trying to make money, but they also are trying to keep 300 million people living at a certain standard of living, right? Aren't they? Here in this country? I have no fucking idea. All right, Jesus Christ. That literally gave me a headache